Guys, this is Parm with ProBox Respect. Finally tracked the man himself, Pete Stoten, also known as the Assassin. Pete, how are you, buddy?
I'm not too bad, thanks. It's
yeah,
a lovely day out here in the country.
Definitely. You picked the right spot here, mate. And guys, if you can see, there's a bit of lake in the back. There's a coffee shop on our left. I'm sure we'll sample maybe afterwards. Pete's kindly given me some time today to come and see him. Pete, a lot of people do know about you, but just for the viewers who may or may not, buddy, how did you get into boxing?
Well, when I was growing up, Rocky was all the rage.
Sure.
And I had two older brothers and two pairs of boxing gloves, and they're both handfuls, my brothers.
Okay.
So it was inevitable that boxing was going to be. My background is actually Shotokan karate.
Okay.
My dad was really good at it. He was on the England squad, and
nice.
You know, like every youngster, you want to be a bit like your dad. So I've done that for a few years, but obviously the boxing took over. And the first club I went to was a club called the Tenants Club.
Down on
yeah,
White Hill Road.
You remember it?
Yeah.
It's a bit rough and ready club.
That's true.
All the faces used to go up there. All different ethnic minorities used to go there. Used to have a punch up. The first actual boxing club I boxed for was Gravesend ABC, trained by a guy which you know, Brian Skipsey.
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
Had a handful of fights there, and then I moved over to St Mary's and trained with Charlie Rumble.
Okay.
Had many good memories there, and another very, very good trainer. I think he's still going now. I think he's got something like 50 years experience.
Absolutely. I think Brian Sanders mentioned him the other day as well, so obviously a well-known trainer.
He trained me for a while. And then I moved on to Dagenham ABC.
Okay.
Had a load of fights as a senior over there under a guy called Johnny Durrell Senior.
Yeah.
And then I finished up at West Ham ABC, world famous club. Had a season there, not a particularly successful one. I was trained by a guy called Roy Andre and Johnny Eames.
Johnny Eames, yeah, a big up to Johnny Eames.
And then I drifted off. I got in a bit of trouble with the police, and I disappeared off the scene for a little while. Most people get into trouble and then get into boxing. I've done it the other way around.
Oh, okay.
And I went back to it in 1999. I always trained, but went back to it in 1999. I met a guy called Joey Pyle, who was a professional promoter at the time.
Yeah.
And I went down his gym and trained, and he said, "Do you fancy giving the pro game a go?" I said yes. I was trained by a guy called Colton Warren now, and my debut got cancelled. I was bunking the trains going up there, never had no money, and I drifted into the rave scene, to be honest with you, and in the rave industry, and started working there, non-legit, and earning loads of money.
Because it can be tough, Pete, can't it? As a boxer, unless you get sponsorship and everything.
Yeah, at the time, you know, I had all these dreams about it, but actually the reality was training in London every day. I was only a young man, 26, something like that.
Yeah.
Training in London every day, which was the only way I was going to be any good. Plus, I was a lazy bastard. I didn't have.
That's a bit like me now.
Yeah, bunking the trains up there, and you know, after a while, you get tempted into other things, and you know, and I drifted off. Drifted off for a few years. Come back into it as an amateur coach. Done that for a few years, and then I decided I wanted to have another crack at it again.
Yeah.
Another crack at boxing, so I jumped on the unlicensed scene.
Okay.
Which back then there wasn't. It's not like it is now. You can just walk down the road and jump on the promotions. You had to really go to London to box unlicensed.
It's a huge thing now, isn't it? White collar, unlicensed. It's a big business.
Now, yeah, but I mean, back in the days, it wasn't. You know, it wasn't like it is now on the internet and stuff. It was a bit more underground.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of fights at Caesars where it was proper unlicensed. It was like no weigh-ins, a few elbows and knees, but I never used to do all them capers, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, I had many fights. Still presently fighting. During that time, I started promoting. I started working with UKBC Promotions.
Yeah.
Been doing that about 8 years. I've never had a crap show. I've had fighters from this country, many different countries come over. Also worked with 2 other promotional companies, UKBC South.
Yeah.
And we started a mixed martial arts promotions called King's Promotions.
Okay.
Which is really flying. I mean,
Good.
Currently we got 4 different venues at the moment. We're currently waiting for confirmation for a 2,000 seat capacity venue, and we're also looking at buying a bit of land to do open air shows.
Nice. So when you're doing your shows, Pete, do you tend to stick to the discipline, like different disciplines? Do you have a mixed show, or do you tend to say, right, one's for boxing, one's for mixed martial arts?
UKBC, which is, like I say, is 8 years old, that's strictly boxing.
Okay.
But we've got a lot of loyal clubs. I've got a massive network, and I work with most clubs in Kent. And we've got a club called Fight and Fit down in Dover.
Yeah.
They used to box at the shows up here, but they used to bring coach loads of supporters and fighters. So we started off doing shows down there.
Good.
We started that this year, and we sold out on our first show. But the mixed martial arts promotion, that's King's Promotions, which I work with the Unique Gym.
Okay.
Like I say, they're not both mine. I work with the guys down there.
Is that sorry, mate? Is that Matt?
Matt Sims,
Yeah.
is King's Promotions, and Wayne Morley is UKBC South.
Yeah.
I help him out with both. That's King's Promotions is MMA, K1, Thai boxing, white collar boxing, semi-pro boxing, if you want to call it that.
Sure.
It's a bit of everything.
Bit of everything.
Really, really exciting, and we used to promote at Priestfields, and to be honest, I think we might have outgrown that venue.
I've seen some of the pictures, mate, and it looks amazing. I mean, it's an amazing venue anyway, but the way you set up the ring and the seats and stuff, it looks amazing on Facebook.
Yeah, I mean, every show we do is a 12-week programme.
Yeah.
I'm fortunate to, it's not, everyone thinks it's me, it's not. I work with some really good people, the 2 people in the 2 gyms I've mentioned.
Sure.
MBC Gym, Peacock Gyms, where I started. I've got many friends over there.
Yeah.
Tough Knocks Gym. Loads of
So
gyms,
there's so many
gyms.
people, thank, isn't it? I mean, one person you mentioned, Johnny Eames. I know Johnny from Trad TKO. Super guy, very straight, funny guy.
Yeah.
You also mentioned West Ham BC, mate. That's currently where the Tibbs train out of, right?
Yeah.
Jimmy
yeah,
and Mark
yeah,
Tibbs.
Yeah.
They're currently with I think it's Billy Joe Saunders and a few others.
Yeah,
Sam
there,
McNess.
yeah.
So they train out there. So in total, I mean, you've obviously had a lot of fights. Do you know how many fights you've had in total, mate?
Well over 50 amateur fights. Probably lost 49 of them.
I doubt it, buddy. Not what I hear.
I wasn't a very successful amateur, if I'm perfectly honest. I'm not going to sit here and start lying. I've had 34 unlicensed, lost 1.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm currently boxing at the moment. My next fight's against a guy. They call it. He's down in Portsmouth. He's a real good kid. They nickname him Fred West. I'm a bit fucking frightened. He might start fucking stabbing me up or something in the dressing room. Rob Ford, his name is. Apparently he's meant to be a nice guy. Just got back from Malta. Beat another guy. I mean, I've gone over
That's
there 3
right.
times now, and I've won over there 3 times, which is quite a rarity.
Yeah. Big up to you for that, mate.
Yeah, I'm just enjoying it at the moment, really.
Good. What is it going to be cruiserweight for this fight?
This one's going to be a cruiserweight, yeah. So I'm going to have to lay off the old cream cakes,
Yeah.
and the old cans of Coke. But no, I'm just enjoying it. I'm under no illusions. I'm 41. I just like moving around the ring, I enjoy it. Never in my wildest dreams when I thought I'd be working in boxing full time.
Yeah.
But I am. I don't ever think I'm going to be a millionaire, but I've got a beautiful wife, 2 beautiful kids, so that makes me a rich
God
man.
bless, yeah,
think,
of course. And Pete, you've got to start somewhere. So everybody started somewhere, and whether it's early in life and with a silver spoon or later in life. So hopefully you do get what you want out of boxing, mate.
Yeah. I mean, I'm halfway there as it is. I'm happy. If it all finished tomorrow, I wouldn't look back. I only come back into boxing for 1 fight, And next thing, I'm working with promotions and things like that, so it's really good.
Well, I said to you off camera, and I'll say it on camera as well, mate. I've heard your name bandied around for a long time. Always heard good things as a person, as a promoter, and as a boxer, mate. So I don't need to just say. I don't.
What circles you're in.
Yeah, viewers, he didn't pay me to say that. I'm seriously, that Pete, that's just some of the things I've heard about you. All good stuff, mate.
Oh,
So
thank you very much. I'll try, listen, with my promotions and with anything I do, I'll try not to mismatch any fights. I think that's where everyone makes mistakes. I'm honest to the boxers because
Yeah.
I'm a fighter myself.
Yeah.
Right? The clubs, and it's not all false. You know, I try and be as polite as possible.
Absolutely.
Talk to everyone with respect. You know, I've got my feet on the ground. I'm just a normal guy.
Nice.
Right, you know. And I think it's just communication, getting on with people. I mean, my network of boxers, I've got hundreds of them on my computer. Not that box for me,
Yeah.
but just people and clubs that I know. It's took me years to build up, you know. And if you're an arsehole, you're going to burn bridges, aren't you? You know,
Easily.
You're not going to have, you know, you're not going to be able to form other promotions in other areas because people ain't going to want to work with you, are you? Yeah.
No.
And any other promoters out there, good luck to them, you know.
Good.
I think the more promoters, the better. Everyone's doing well, you know.
And mate, you can burn bridges in any relationship, any work, but people don't realise boxing is still quite a small business. So if you can get on with people, better for you, because it can be a small business. But listen, mate, very quickly, I know you're a busy guy. You got a couple of shows coming up, have you?
I've got a show at the gallery
Yeah.
on the 3rd of September. International boxing. So I've got fights from a few different countries coming over. Mate, the tickets are flying out the door for that one. I'm waiting on this new venue. Me and one of my partners are waiting on a new venue. She's like 2,000 seats. I've been sworn to secrecy about this. So,
Okay.
I can't say too much yet till things are confirmed, but it's gonna blow anything away. It's really, really looking good. And on the December, I think it's the 4th or the 3rd, we're down in UKBC South, down in Folkestone at the famous Lee's Cliff Hall.
Yeah.
For another UKBC South promotion. We haven't really started work on that yet, obviously, because it's a little bit too early.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of the fighters fighting on the gallery bill, so obviously I want to see how they perform, how they get through, how they mentally feel, and how their motivation is before we pursue with their home show, if that's the right words.
Okay, perfect. Listen, mate, I appreciate your time today. It's a glorious morning.
Lovely, innit?
Yeah, let's go and enjoy it. And listen, wishing you all the best,
Yeah.
mate, for now and the future. And guys, if anybody can get down to Pete's shows, as I said, he puts on a great show. So get yourself a ticket as soon as you can. Pete, take care, mate, and have a good morning.
Thank you.
Take care.